Are there certain moral truths that can be known with certainty, or is morality subjective? It's a question that has perplexed philosophers, theologians, and ordinary people for centuries. On the one hand, some argue that there are certain moral principles that are universally true, regardless of cultural or historical context. On the other hand, others claim that morality is entirely subjective, and that what is right or wrong is purely a matter of personal opinion. One of the main arguments for the existence of objective moral truths is based on the idea of natural law. According to this view, there are certain inherent moral principles that can be deduced from the natural world, such as the value of human life, the importance of honesty and integrity, and the need for justice and fairness. These principles are not dependent on human opinion or cultural norms, but are instead grounded in the very nature of the world we live in. Another argument for objective moral truths is based on the idea of moral realism. Proponents of this view argue that there are certain moral facts that are just as real as physical facts, such as the fact that murder is wrong, or that charity is virtuous. These moral facts are not subjective, but are instead objective features of the world that can be discovered through reason and observation. Of course, not everyone agrees that there are objective moral truths. Some argue that morality is entirely subjective, and that what is right or wrong is simply a matter of personal opinion. This view is often associated with relativism, which holds that there is no absolute or objective standard of morality, and that all moral judgments are relative to the individual or culture making them. One argument for relativism is based on the diversity of moral beliefs and practices across different cultures and historical periods. According to this view, there can be no objective moral truths because different societies and individuals have vastly different moral codes, and what is considered right or wrong in one context may be completely different in another. Another argument for relativism is based on the idea that moral judgments are inherently subjective. According to this view, moral judgments are not based on objective facts about the world, but are instead rooted in our emotions, intuitions, and personal values. What is right or wrong is therefore a matter of individual preference, rather than objective truth. So, are there certain moral truths that can be known with certainty, or is morality subjective? The answer, as with many philosophical questions, is not entirely clear. While there are certainly arguments on both sides of the debate, it is likely that the answer lies somewhere in between. There may be certain moral principles that are objectively true, such as the value of human life, but there is also likely a significant degree of subjectivity when it comes to specific moral judgments and practices. Ultimately, the question of whether morality is objective or subjective is one that continues to inspire debate and discussion among philosophers and ordinary people alike. And as our understanding of the world and our place in it continues to evolve, it is likely that our understanding of morality will continue to evolve as well.